Welcome back. In this video, we will continue to create our DNS enumeration tool, and actually we will enumerate DNS records for our target. So the first thing that we should do, actually, we should import a DNS resolver library. So let's do it. Import DNS resolver. So if you don't have it installed, you just use command pip install and the name of library, and it will install it for you. So actually, the next thing that we should do, we need to specify our target domain that we want to enumerate and records types that we want to enumerate for this target. So let's do it. Target domain. So our target domain, let's say that our target domain will be, for example, youtube.com. And actually, I made a mistake here. And we will actually store this youtube.com in our target domain variable. And then we will create a record type, actually records type, and we will create a list with records. So A records for IP version 4, for a record for IP version 6, CNAME to actually make DNS resolve a correct domain name, and MX for mails, and TXT, and we will use something else like so it's pretty similar to TXT, but it will just give us more info, So yeah, that's it. So the next step that we need to actually specify our DNS resolver. So resolver is equal with, now we will use our DNS resolver library, DNS resolver, and now the thing that we should do, we should use a simple for loop to go through whole records type in our actual records type, and actually we will try to ask our DNS resolver about this records type for youtube.com. So we will enumerate this. So for, as you remember, we are using for to go through whole list. So for record type in records type, and the thing that we should do now, we will use try except function for error handling. As you remember, I showed you in basic Python. So to make sure that there will be that there is no issues with our code. So we will try to get an answer from DNS resolver. So resolve, and we will use here arguments target domain and record type. So for our target domain, and actually the thing that it's not defined because I might hear a mistake. So we will use target domain, and for this target domain we will use we will try to get actually each information about records that we have in our list. As you can see, for each record in list, we will try to get an answer from our resolver, so DNS resolver, and about this actually records type. So now we will, if there is some issues, except DNS resolver. So if we will not get answer from our resolver, we will just continue, and that's it. So, and now we need to print an answer for each of our record type. So we will use something like that I showed you before in basic Python, and record type, and actually records for, and let's say target domain. And for data, let's say data, in our answer, we will print f, and we will print this actually data, let's say like that. So pretty easy, I think. So let's go through whole code and make sure that we understand this. So we are doing import of DNS resolver, and then we actually use our target, which is youtube.com, and records that we want to enumerate for this target. Then we are specifying our DNS resolver, and now we are using for loop to go through whole list with our records for our domain, get answer from our resolver about these records for this domain, and if there is an error, it will just continue. But if everything okay, it will get a records, so record type and the records for our target domains, which is youtube.com, and it will print a data about this record type for each record in this list. So let's try to run this code and see if everything is working for us. So go to your DNS enumeration or wherever directory it is, and use Python 3 DNS enumeration.py, and now we will get our information about, for example, A records, as you can see, for youtube.com, and we have here IP addresses. So we have IP version 4 addresses for YouTube. We have actually MX, so actually it uses SMTP, which is actually mail server. We have TXT records, so Facebook here, as you can see, Google site verification, and so on, and some SOR records for youtube.com. So as you can see here. So pretty easy, and actually pretty easy tool for penetration testing, but you will use it a lot in your penetration testing. So actually, yeah, that's it. In the next module, I will show you and explain subdomain enumeration. So see you in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye.